Charging waves burns calories, so Laird Hamilton keeps the fire stoked with an egg or two.
It's really hard to eat in the mornings when you have a lot of adrenaline, so you have to force yourself to eat a lot of protein and a lot of carbohydrates. So I usually eat egg whites and oatmeal. Problem is you can't eat 10 or 12 egg yolks because it's just too rich. So you get rid of the yolks and you're left with the whites, which is just pure protein. You have yourself, you know, breakfast of champions.
Hamilton's equipment is as vital as his physical fitness. Designing the surfboard he rides is a crucial part of his strategy to conquer the biggest waves.
Coming down the face of a big wave, you have a lot of bump and a lot of ripples from wind and lift bounce and a bunch of other things that can cause a lot of mogul type conditions where you just have bumps everywhere. And when you're going really fast, you got to connect the tops normally, so you're skipping and getting air and skipping and getting air, and it's hard to have really good control.
To help deal with this problem, Hamilton and the others have come up with the most radical innovation in surfboard design ever.
I wish that I could fly into the sky so very high, just like a dragonfly.
That thing is just mind-boggling. I mean, I don't know how he would even stand up on this silly thing.
In all degrees.
It's difficult, it's fun, it's once you're up, it's kind of effortless through the water.
Oh.
The first time I saw it, I looked at it and said, oh my God, what a kooky joke.
I wanna fly away.
By attaching a hydrofoil blade to the bottom of the surfboard, they have created what they call the airboard.
It's like having a suspension. You know, this is surfing before foils was like pre-suspension. You had no travel.
You see conditions coming at you that your whole life you've been prepared to hold on because it's going to slam, and it just slices through it like a hot knife going through butter.
As the airboard picks up speed, the wings of the underwater hydrofoil generate lift, which raises the surfer up above the waves.
Laird can't walk on water, believe you me, its equipment plays a big part there, but I see it getting so good that I see him going places that are incapable for other humans.
I foresee Laird taking the board to areas in the wave where it's very critical. As the wave throws out like this, he can ride up in here, actually hang vertically like that. Laird, he'll do that. Yeah.
While Hamilton is pushing the limit of what is possible on a surfboard, John Denny decides to get a little more coaching before his first assault on Jaws.
There she blows.
John needs to figure out the line he's going to surf so that he ends up in the safe channel of calm water on either side of the breaking wave, where the jet ski can pick him up.
Yeah, I think what I want to do is start out really close to the channel and sort of go towards the channel a little further back.
Start out in the channel and then be in the channel when you're finished?
Exactly. it reduce the risk factor a little bit.
How big do you think you want it to be the first time you try?
12, 15, somewhere in there, 18 maybe.
Laird's always been a really great teacher. He's really patient, and he might get you into places which are a little heavy for your experience level, but basically he's always there, and he's the first one to pull you back out of it, and he's the first one to tell you that, you know, that was something you just did right there.
Yeah, I think what I want to do is start out really close.
I don't think the danger is the ocean. I think the danger is the mind of the guy that's going to do the riding of those big waves. Because a waterman who knows what he's doing, who's relaxed out in the ocean, he's never going to drown.
I'm a little bit apprehensive, especially now that there's no waves, so it's sort of like, well, what's going to be next, you know? Every swell is different, every wave's different, so like today you see it looks pretty friendly, and then tomorrow it might just be a big monster again, so we'll have to see. But it makes you a little bit apprehensive, a little scary.
It's the big day. A new swell is coming in. The forecast is for waves of 13 to 16 feet, twice the size of the biggest wave John has ever surfed.
It's hard to tell the exact direction, but if they come this afternoon, you know, I feel good about it. I feel it's gonna, you know, a little nervous, a little scared, but I think it'll be fun. I think it's about the right size to give it a try. A little windy, but I've been doing some kite surfing, so I'm getting used to the texture of the windy water.
It's a nail biter. I'm gonna hold my breath until he comes up, but I'm gonna know that all those guys there are gonna save his life. So I'm not worried about him dying, because they'll all risk their lives to save his. But it's still a little.
It's not ideal, but the size is right. It's so windy today that it's going to make for big bumps on the face, which will help make it more dramatic, but it'll make it harder to surf also because of the bumps flying out of the water and trying to compensate for all that choppiness.
Being up at the cliff, knowing that I'm there with a phone is a security. In case something goes wrong, we can call a helicopter in, or there's backup. They're not out there alone.
Well, right now I'm a little nervous, but it'll be, you know, I got good help. Got our paramedic friend, got Mike and Dave, you know, and it's not too big, so it's a nice first time to try it, and we're just gonna take it slow, go check it out, and see what happens, but a little nervous. Don't fall, right? Don't fall. It was exciting, wasn't it? It was pretty exciting. It was that first wave that I got. It was I was like, whoa! If this is how it is, I don't know if I want to go anymore. I was like, holy shit! That was scary stuff because I was bouncing so much and I could never really get going. And then the next one, everything started to get going a little smoother, so it wasn't quite as nerve-wracking. Woohoo!
You go out there and it's weird. It's like you're risking your life, but there's something about it that makes you feel alive, and it's a great feeling out there. I can't really describe it.
The season is drawing to a close. There are no promising storms on the horizon. Hamilton will have to wait for the big wave.
Well, the really big one, hopefully it'll always be there. It'll always be out there. I don't necessarily know if I want to experience surf so big and so perfect that I might not see it again in my lifetime. That might be a anticlimactic moment. And I don't know if I'm prepared to experience that.
I had a very bad dream about him. It was a death, kind of a dream about him dying. But the thing is Laird is pursuing his dreams in his life and doing what he wants to do. If he dies because of that, we can't ask more in our lives, to be pursuing our dreams and fulfilling them.
The pitch next on 4, a check on England's performance against India. Highlights of the first one day in a couple of minutes.